Howdy, 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 folks. Today we're going to look at the Anvil F8C Lightning. This ship is a gun nut's dream with 8 weapon mounts. The idea of the ship is to overwhelm your opponent with sheer volume of fire. For the rare occasion when it can't defeat the enemy in one pass, it is still incredibly nimble and quick for its size. But let's look at the stats before we dive into components and then opinions. So the stock Lightning puts out an impressive 2,871 DPS. The ship is incredibly tough for a single-seat fighter as well, with 46,370 hull HP, which by the way is 1,000 more hull HP than a Caterpillar has. It's got 19,800 shield HP stock. The agility rate is 36 degrees pitch, 33 degrees yaw, and 176 degrees roll, which while not the highest, is still absurdly good when you look at its other capabilities along with its overall size. The SCM speed is a blistering 212 meters a second, and the max speed is 1,337. You know, that elite speed. And the last bit, of course, is its stock quantum range is 255.1 million kilometers, which is pretty fantastic. So for folks that are getting excited for Pyro coming out in the foreseeable future, this might actually be one of the few single-seat ships that gives you the option to actually explore a bit out there. Oh, and still be able to defend yourself, or, you know, maybe reappropriate some cargo. You know, whatever the situation calls for. So let's talk components. Now, the impressive weapon selection carries 4 size 2 Badger laser repeaters, 2 size 2 Tarantula ballistic cannons, and 2 size 3 Tarantula ballistic cannons, along with 8 size 2 Ignite missiles. Now, the ammo count on the Badgers is 63 a gun, which is fantastic when you consider there's 4 of them, so you're able to lay down effectively 132 rounds. Oh no, more than that. Man, my math is off today. 252 rounds per salvo without having to stop to reload or wait for it to recharge, excuse me. The Badgers alone can defeat most single-seat fighters in one pass with a bit of practice. The missiles are on 2 size 4 racks. It's the MSD 442 racks. I haven't seen a way to change those out because it's the special, you can see them sitting up there on the wings. But I mean, still having 8 size 2 missiles is a pretty nice little compliment for a fighter. Now, an interesting thing about the Lightning is it has mixed size components. So its shield and power plant are size 2, but the coolers and the quantum drive are size 1, which is kind of nice because you can save a little bit of money because the size 1 components are just cheaper. The stock shields are grade 2 stealth, which produce 9,900 HP each, and they fully charge in 49 seconds, which is pretty great. The power plant is at Maelstrom military grade 3. I do recommend switching that out to a JS 400 or an equivalent, you know, grade 1 top end power plant. The coolers are 2 military grade size 2 polars, which pretty solid. I mean, there's not really a huge need for coolers in the current gameplay environment, but coming out of the gate, that's a pretty strong one, so that might be something you can wait to replace. The stock quantum drive is an Expedition Civilian grade 3, which is not the best quantum drive around. Obviously it's grade 3, you know, because everyone knows that the Atlas is the best. But it does have a pretty good balance of stats. It's got good range and a decent speed. The only real complaint that I have about it is it has a pretty long spool time. I mean, you know, when you're trying to jump quick, you know, you pop in for a bounty or to stop somewhere and you get jumped by, you know, a bunch of dudes. Being able to turn around and just jump right away is pretty nice, and that's just not really an option with that stock drive. So I won't lie, when the event was announced for the F8 Charlie, I was not all that interested. I mean, ship combat is obviously fun, and I do engage in bounty hunting fairly often, but it's not really my primary profession loop. But I mean, I came across a golden ticket and I said, what the heck, why not try it? And as soon as I got into it and actually went out and used it, I was hooked. I mean, I did that first bounty and I was like, oh my gosh, I am about to go drop $300 and pledge this for sure. Now, honestly, I know it's gonna get nerfed at some point. I mean, it has to. It just has to. The ship is legitimately pretty much it's too powerful. I know it's supposed to be the most powerful fighter in the game, but I mean, it is almost unfair. I mean, I do believe it should stay as King of the Hill. Once again, given its place in lore, you know, it's supposed to be the newest and greatest and strongest competitor out there. I mean, if you've seen my video on the Hornet series, I've made my love for balanced combat ships pretty well known, and the Lightning carries on that tradition by simply dialing everything great about the Hornet up to 11. I mean, there are currently some faults, but they are bug faults, not feature faults. The turret can occasionally accidentally shoot the ship in awkward angle encounters, although they may have patched that out in the recent hotfix patch about a week and a half ago. The design cues of the ship are an interesting evolution of the Hornet design. I mean, when you're parked and you look at that nose, you can definitely see the Hornet origins in the design cues for the shape along with the lines. It's a really nice evolution in my opinion. The wings, I mean, they're obviously different, but they also carry some of those cues in their movements. It's kind of reminiscent of the parent ship as well. To me, when you lock everything down and you get moving in this thing, it is a beautiful ship. So overall, this is definitely the best single seat fighter in the verse. It's capable of doing anything and then some that you could require of it. I mean, I've ran VHRT and ERT in it, and it's crazy. For MRT and HRT, it just burns through the opponents so quickly. This is a bounty hunting, credit printing machine. It also doubles as a pretty decent get-around ship because of that quantum drive. Now, while you obviously can't carry any cargo, being able to just go places, like if you're running bunkers and you know you're not using any bunkers where you've got to worry about turrets, this is fantastic. Or post-patch, when you are really diving back into bunkers, this is great because you can just get in it and you can go do, 5, 6, 10 bunkers in a row. You don't have to run back and refuel. If you know how to get your ammo and weapons out of the bunkers, you don't have to worry about anything. And then it's got some external storage, so if you picked up some weapons that you want to take back to your home of record, you can just put them in there and then take them back with you, unload them. The utility of this far exceeds any of the other single seat fighters, in my opinion. Now, if you had the chance and you got the golden ticket and you didn't pledge the ship, or you're not sure if you want to, I don't know if it's still an option, or if you bought it and then were like, I'll just resell it and pick it out of my buybacks later, go buy it. If you can buy it, buy it. It is. But this is the only ship that I'm like, absolutely, if you have the chance to buy it, buy it. It is just so above and beyond what any of the other ships in its type are capable of. It's just fun. I mean, for real, if you have it in your buybacks, go buy it. Go re-get it if you can. Well, that's all for this one. I really am excited for the future of Star Citizen right now. CitizenCon revealed, confirmed a number of fantastic things coming our way. I released a video a couple weeks ago now, detailing my thoughts and the major news that I picked out of that. IAE is over. We're on to this is the downtime of the year, that holiday break. They gave us 322, and now we're just waiting for the first of the year to come back around, and we'll see what's coming up. I'm pretty excited. We've got a few events coming up. Luminalia is still going on right now. There's whatever the Valentine's Day in-game holiday is. I can't remember what it is. That'll be in just a little over a month and a half, so it'll be here before you know it. If you enjoyed the video, do us a favor, hit that like button, tap subscribe, click that bell icon for notifications. As always, I sincerely appreciate your time, the comments, the likes, the interactions with the viewers. I do want to rep my org. They have been super supportive, a lot of help in setting up some of these videos, getting some of the action shots. I would not be where I'm at in Star Citizen without their help. That is the Freedom Fighter company. You can actually check them out. There's a link to our Discord on my main page if you're looking for an org of chill people who just want to enjoy the game. They also do some other stuff too besides just Star Citizen. There's a spot in there for just about anybody. Well, this has been Heimdall's review of the Anvil F8C Lightning. Boy, is that a mouthful. Have fun out there, and I look forward to seeing you all out there in the verse.